You're tearing me apart! Welcome to another episode of Ship War.
Shipper War. When ship happens, I'm there.
First news is coming out of the romantic drama that has a huge cult following. It's considered one of the worst films ever made, but regardless, people seem to love this movie to laugh at, I guess. And that's The Room. If you've never seen this movie, I suggest you take the time just to watch it, just to see how to not make a film. Well, supposedly one of the actors from the film is going to make a book spin-off of the movie, or something about his relations to the movie, or something to that effect. The book turned film Wicked Lovely has finally got a director. The director they've hired for the film is known for the movie American Psycho, and that's Mary Harden. I was trying to read the summary to this book, and I just couldn't wrap my head around it. Supposedly the book is about this girl who can see fairies, and there's this fairy that follows her, and that fairy is following her because supposedly she's his life mate, but he's in love with somebody else, and she's in love with somebody else. I don't know, it's really weird, but maybe it's a good weird and not a bad weird. Guess we have to wait and see. On-set photos have came out from the movie 5-year engagement of Emily Blunt and Jason Segel together as a couple, doing couple things as actors who are playing a couple. Trailers to come out last week, actually. The first one is The Mechanical Man. The second one is not no spoof trailer, it's the actual trailer to the Muppets. And the third trailer is another trailer to Harry Potter and Deathly Hallows Part 2, which looks pretty amazing. If you haven't checked out any of those trailers, I suggest you go and check them out right now. The Shipper News movies that come out this past weekend, the first one is Green Lantern, which is #1 in the box office with $58 million, which I did review. You can check it out here. The second movie is The Art of Getting By, which came in at number 15 with $679,000, which is not that bad because it is a limited release. I haven't seen the film, but of course the lovely thing about YouTube is you can always find other people who have seen the film.
This movie was just fantastic. The chemistry he had with Emma Roberts was also really, really memorable. And like the only thing that this movie had a problem with, but I can get over with, because a lot of people they can't shake it off their brain. The predictability. Who gives a shit if it's predictable? This movie was still cleverly written, had great dialogue, very relatable. I just haven't seen this superb of a movie since The Social Network. Like, when I walked out of The Social Network the first time after I was done watching it, back in October, my mind was blown. This movie, I'm sorry, this movie made my mind go boom.
Want to get your movie review featured? Let me know. Full credit will always be given to the rightful owner. Okay, back to the episode.
And the first TV news, and the only TV news, and the last news in general is coming out of Vampire Diaries for the third week in a row. Kayla DeWell was interviewed. She plays Vicky on the Vampire Diaries, and she talks about what to look forward to in Season 3 with the love triangle, or square, actually, between Bonnie, Anna, Vicky, and Jeremy, and which of between Vicky and Anna, which of the two are going to cause the most trouble. She says that Anna's going to be the one who's going to cause the most trouble for Jeremy and Bonnie, which makes me extremely happy. Awesome. Before I go, I want to do a shout out to Romero Movie News. He basically does what I do, but he actually talks about movie news in general, while I just focus on the romantic aspect of movie news. Check out his channel. He asked me to shout him out, and I thought, why not? It's always awesome to support other YouTubers. So if you guys want a shout out for a future episode, I don't mind doing it, as long as your channel has any relations to what I do, which is basically talk about movie or talk about romantic aspects in television or anything. Like if you're a shipper and you want me to shout out your channel, I'll do it. Why not? So that is all for this episode of Ship War. Goodbye, and until next time.